Welcome back, Plug Nation. Once again, Wang has just been on a tweeting spree about NBA 2K22 gameplay, telling us so much about the gameplay itself. And you already know, guys, I've been talking about this for a long time. That is what I was most excited for, and it's finally here. So let's drop into it. This is 3 videos in about 24 hours. If you guys could just drop a like and support the grind, it is free 99 to support your boy, and let's hop into it. So every single day, even YouTubers that I'm asking, yo, what game are you going to start on, are changing their opinions. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section what game you're starting on and why. I don't really know what game I'm starting on yet, but at the moment, I'm thinking next gen might be the better game, which this is 2K's second shot at a next gen game with all the new specs, so they should definitely make this game the better game. But anyway, let's hop into some Wang tweets and see what he's got for us about 2K22 gameplay. We have those mini moves are probably the same as the years past, like the standstill Curry size up, standstill James Harden, where you just hold the right stick up and they go into signature animation. He said, right, new content, but similar concept. So like I told you guys, it's pretty much similar to 2K19 with the rhythm dribble type thing. So it's going to be interesting to get that little 5-second animation and then have your own other moves as well, like he's saying. So they combined them this year. The shot meter, I'm not sure why he said it like that, different for next gen and current gen. He said the shot meter is the same on both gens. So if you guys didn't see my last video, make sure to go check it out, called 2K22 gameplay. Towards the end of the video, there's some real 2K22 gameplay where we finally have seen the shot meter, and I'm not sure about it. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below, but I don't use the shot meter anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. I know a lot of people did not like it though. Anyway, we have dunk landings question mark, and Mike Wang said, yes, there are dunk landings, some wide ones too. So there's going to be a dunk creator and dunk landings. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, slashers are going to be having a field day with that. Is the spin dunk with the right stick still in 2K22? He said you can still spin dunk, but that cheesy one from the three-point line is gone. So that one that I'm sure you guys have seen by now, it's been in the game for 2 years, but apparently it's gone. So this is a long one about the chef badge. He said, what is long enough? Say you caught it, took one dribble forward, then shot. It would that be chef or limitless spot up or neither? He said, chef rules, parentheses, possibly could change, must be 30 feet from the basket for it to work, have to wait 2 or more seconds after a catch, have to be moving for at least 1.5 seconds. If you stop before shooting, you have to shoot 1 second before. So you have to stop and shoot within 1 second for chef to work, and you have to be 30 feet back, and it also has to be 2 seconds after you've caught the ball. So there's a lot of rules to it, but so far the chef badge is sounding like one of the most interesting badges in 2K22, although you're going to have to remember those rules or it's not going to be working for you unless Mike Wang changes it. Anything new for screens, Mike? The motion team did a lot of work to improve the feel of navigating around screens, reduce the vacuum effect, improved resolution logic, and more. They feel much tighter now. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they say that every single year, but I would love to see no more vacuum screens. Make it like real life basketball. I mean, if he hits me with a good screen, I get hit with a good screen. But if I'm not even trying or even aiming towards the screen and I get sucked into it, that's not how it should be. So hopefully they have finally fixed that. We have, I'm not hearing anything about rim protection. Is there any badges that help that? He said Intimidator and Rim Protector are the 2 main badges for rim protection. Paint defense is probably in my top 5 2K22 upgrades this year. Blocking is miles better than it has been in the past. So they've talked about this quite a bit. And I know that they did last year, but they've really gone into lots of detail about how the defense has changed. If you guys seen not my last video, but the one before that, where they gave this huge article for defense and then defense AI. Now Mike Wang's talking about screens and how the block system is better. So, I mean, it's sounding like, and they've also talked about steals, which will be in this video, or if you're like a lockdown, way better as well. So it sounded like lockdowns and, you know, rim protecting builds are going to be having a great time in 2K22 as long as you're good and know how to use it. So how many signature size ups will there be at launch and how many will be added each season? My current plan is to start with 20 options on day 1 and then release 4 new ones each season, totaling 52. So there's a look at what Mike Wang is trying to do with the animations, because he's not just going to be dropping those, but every season a certain amount of animations will be dropped for each category until the end of the year, which is going to be interesting to see if those are actually good or they're going to be trash when they drop. So we'll see. Could we get some clarification? What's a well-timed shot? Is a slightly late or slightly early well-timed or poorly timed? What's the distinction here? If you cut the make window into 4 equal pieces, the 2 outer pieces being early and late, you get an extra penalty. The 2 inner pieces, slightly early and slightly late, get an extra bonus. Excellent is a guaranteed make, and very early / late outside the make window is a guaranteed miss. So the badge they're talking about is Sniper. It's a continuation from replies of a thread of tweets that Mike Wang has been replying to from the last video. And basically what he's saying is if you have the Sniper badge on, from what I'm reading, if it's slightly early or slightly late, you're going to get a boost to your shot going in, and everything that is green is green, which sounds like it's going to be a very important badge and something that you should just always have on pretty much. So into the next one, we have, how does the alley-oop timing work? Is it as soon as you catch the ball? He said the meter pops up while the pass is in the air. If you press the shot button too early, you'll miss the catch completely. If you stop it inside the window, you'll make the shot, or have a good chance to at least. If you don't press the button at all, you'll catch and come down. So this is kind of worrying me a little bit, although it's probably not going to happen. But as you guys see, there is a way to, in next gen, only for next gen, by the way, we'll talk about that in a minute from a Mike Wang tweet. You have to, like, for contact dunks and alley oops, you have to time them. And is the timing going to be the same? Because I feel like people are going to have the excellent Zen scripts or whatever for that as well. And they're putting that skill base in there so you can't get contact dunks all the time. You can't get alley-oops all the time. But if someone's got a Zen to time it perfectly, it's going to be extremely broken. Maybe it's not called the Zen, but there's something people use to have what's called an excellent script where they can time their shots correctly too. It doesn't have to be with the aiming. So I don't know. We'll see when the game comes out. But hopefully, even if there is, it gets patched and we don't have to deal with it for 7 months until it gets patched. But into the next one, Mike Wang says, good question. Standing contact dunks will use the same logic as last year. You won't need to use pro stick down to see an increase in standing contact dunk frequency. So for those of you that are like inside centers, that's going to be a good little thing for you. Anyway, we have, can I shoot again with up on the shot stick, please? He said, yes, that's also how you shoot bank shots on 2K22. So next one. Is everything pertaining to aggressive skill dunking for new gen only? He said yes. All right. So all that timing contact dunks and, you know, alley-oops and all that stuff is only for the next gen game. If you guys are playing the last gen game, you will not have to worry about that. Anyway, into the next one we have, in 2K22, do you still lose the ball when you do a hop step on accident? He said no. All right. Next. Is 3-point recognition still in the game? He said yes. So I'm pretty sure that's about like your feet planting behind the line and it counts it as a 3, or if your feet are above it, it doesn't just shoot you backwards and stuff like that, even though I'm pretty sure it does on next gen. But anyway, in 2K22, will dunk landings be in current gen too? He said yes, dunk landings are in both gens, on both games. So pretty much from what we've heard, except for, you know, contact dunks and alley-oops timing, that everything is the same. Pretty much the entire gameplay itself is the same, but what around it is probably going to be different, like the matchmaking on next gen and stuff like that. How was the floaters this year, or the mid-range game in general? He said floaters are much more useful this year. Open middies are money. So apparently if you're open on 2K22 and you know how to time that shot, it's going to be a splash fest, okay? And to the next one. So if we have our meter shot off, does that mean we won't be able to see the dunk meter either? He said the dunk meter stays on even when the shot meter option is turned off, which makes sense because you shouldn't like have to be able to time a dunk with your meter off. So they're definitely going to have that in the game even if you have the meter off. Next one. Is there a certain amount of attribute points taken if the defender has the quote-unquote menace badge? Is it based off tier of the badge? He said yes. The higher the tier, the more the attributes are hit. So it's seeming like if you're a lockdown, you're using that menace badge on 2K22. And I don't know, lockdowns might be deadly on this game. It's sounding like. Is posterizer on 2K22? Yes, it boosts the frequency of contact dunks with the button and makes it easier to successfully finish aggressive skill dunks on new gen. Next, Mike Wang just dropped some huge news about 2K22. He said, yes, there are pie charts in the current gen builder. Some new pies were added. Now, this is gigantic because we just figured out that 2K22 current gen is going to have pretty much the same builder, except with new pie charts that we were supposed to get in 2K20, by the way. And then 2K22 next gen is going to have pretty much the same builder as 2K21 next gen, except for it's going to be quote-unquote revamped. And we already know that they've said power forwards are fixed. So the power forwards being extremely overpowered are fixed. So now that's some huge information that is out the way and is going to help, especially me and hopefully you guys, determine which game you're going to be playing first. That is crazy. I didn't expect for that to come out. It just happened while I was making this video, man. Drop a like if you made it this far, and let's get into the next news. Are better steel animations unlocked after a certain threshold is met for steel rating? He said in new gen, yes, the steel rating is much more important for steel success this year. So on next gen, man, if you got a lockdown, it sounds like you're going to be a god, especially if you know how to time your shot with the openness thing this year in the shooting. If you got around a 73-pointer and you're locked down, you're going to be very versatile this year. So Wajplug had a very unique idea on Twitter. He said, so I have a very cool idea. Mascots in 2K22, but you can take the head off to see your MyPlayer's face. You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comment section down below. It's your boy Wajplug. You've been plugged in. Make sure to drop a like, man. This is 3 videos in about 24 hours. It is literally free 99 to support your boy. When 2K22 comes out, you already know we're still going to be grinding the news, jump shots, builds, all that stuff. And I'm out. Peace.